Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast, unofficially the official podcast at Denver Comic Con 2014 and beyond. I am Ryan. With me always is
James.
And
Brad.
I wasn't even pointing at James. Maybe I wanted Brad to go first this time, James.
I always go first, motherfucker. I will fight Brad.
Unbelievable.
James is signaling that I'm going down.
No. I'm trying to signal you that that Ryan is a little hot.
No, he's so used to going down.
Because he's yelling.
Whoa. Oh, man. Well, yeah, but Ryan always is yelling on the show. Aren't
That's
you
right.
used to getting yelled at by Ryan, Brad?
Stay tuned.
Let's all yell in unison. Who was that now? Was that me?
No, that was me, but I was yelling into the mic. Actually, it may have been you. One of us was screaming into the mic. Maybe we were both screaming into the mic. Maybe we could scream into
How's your
each other's
Thanksgiving,
mic.
guys?
It was good.
Yeah?
It was really good.
Did you go to church? Gay.
No.
I have a big announcement.
Yeah?
Really?
I'd like everyone to know it's official. I now own a PS3.
Yeah!
Oh!
Welcome to the club, guys. Huh?
That's cool. Do you want to borrow some games?
No, I'm good.
Play some,
I've actually, because of the amazing Black Friday deals that I came across, I've purchased all but one game that I've been eyeing for the past, 6-7 years.
So you bought The Last of Us?
I did not get that one.
What the fuck is wrong with you? It's the only game you need.
One, it's
No,
still $60.
false. That's false.
No,
Huh?
it's $30.
Oh, no, I said it's not the only game you need.
It's not the only, but of the first maybe 4 that you should buy, that's one of them.
The main reason I got it was to play the Batman games, like the Arkham games, which I have missed out on.
Oh.
And in one fell swoop, I have all 3 of them
Nice.
for less than $100.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
For the console too? Or how much did you pay for the console?
$200.
Oh, okay.
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
refurbished one, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
got like 8 games for like $100.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. We're
Congratulations.
very proud
patience,
of you.
Yeah.
patience.
And now you can finally play and see, oh, man, these Arkham games are so great. Now we know why Ryan and James loved them so much.
They are really good.
So I'll just warn you, there probably won't be an episode up for like 2 or 3 weeks because I will.
We can never miss a week, Brad.
That's the same reason why I haven't been watching that many movies on my off time.
So did you just
yeah.
have dinner at your folks' house?
Yeah.
Must be nice not having divorced parents.
Oh my God! Oh, I
Sad.
just want to hug you.
Don't
But
hug me.
I'm afraid your divorce will rub off on me, and my parents will get one.
Oh.
So
I'll rub something
it
off
was
on ya.
in fact my brother brought his girlfriend and her parents to our
Very
Thanksgiving,
cool.
which was really cool. Yeah,
Are they getting a divorce?
yeah, they are. That's why it was really awkward.
Really awkward Thanksgiving.
Yeah. They weren't gonna get a divorce until they met my brother, and then they were like, "Fuck this." Yeah, man.
So you think your brother is fucking his girlfriend?
No, God damn it! Shut up. I hate you. I hate you. You're the worst.
We're so juvenile.
Yeah. Why do I do this show with 2 fucking 8-year-olds?
He puts the
Oh.
penis in the vagina.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does.
my God.
And it makes noise like this.
Ugh.
Boom!
What do we see this week, Ryan?
No, I'm going to tell you a good place to go get comic books. At
Okay.
Colorado Coins, Cars, and Comics. I bet they love that lead-in.
Very wholesome
Yeah.
lead-in right there.
Of course, I'm always just kidding because, it's all about having fun. And
Yeah.
if you're not having fun, then,
You know what else you can do at Colorado Coins, Cars, and Comics? I've got this cousin who has, she was really into the Tick comics when she was younger.
Oh,
She
yeah.
has them, and she just wants to get rid of them. So I was like, dude, go to Colorado Coins, Cars, and Comics. Just give them to them.
Yeah.
I bet they'll give her a good deal.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will. They're awesome people.
They are.
They're going to give her a better deal than some of the other places around here. I know that for sure.
Yeah, so on 6700 Wadsworth Boulevard in Arvada, Colorado. Stop in if you're getting comic books. Say hi to Andrew. He's great. If you're getting magic cards or any trading card or what do you call them? Turn-based card game adventures.
I don't know, cards with pictures
talk to
of
Mike.
fantasy cards.
Yeah, talk to Mike. If you're looking for coins, talk to Bruce. Colorado's Coins, Cards, and Comics for all your comic needs. If they have a green sticker and they're in the back issues, dude, that's half off. It's crazy.
Everything but the green sticker.
Oh, it's everything but the green
Yeah.
stickers. Are you
It's
sure?
orange, blue. Those are
Oh,
all.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Green's that's the price.
Yeah, that's right.
No discount. Unless you have a old slot.
Yeah, then it's 20% off. If you really need to get that next issue of Superior Spider-Man, then you
I
can
wish
get
I
it for-
lived closer. I wish I could just
enough.
spend all my time there. That place is cool.
And also, December 5th, where's this movie playing at, Brad? I don't remember.
What movie?
Saying 1974.
Oh, yeah. Is it at the Bug?
Yes, the Bug
Yeah, it's
Theater.
at the
Should we
Bug
give
Theater.
better lead into that?
Why? What do you know what, Brad? You take it. I'm not going to do it.
What? You just said, what's this movie? And as a listener, I'm like, oh, what?
Where's it playing at? Then I was going to say, everybody, December 5th.
I didn't know what you
we're
were
seeing
talking
Say
about.
1974 at the Bug Theater
Superman is playing at the
in
Alamo Draft
Denver.
House.
Denver, Colorado.
Superman is playing at the Alamo Draft.
December 5th?
No, December 2nd.
Oh, so again, not listening to me.
Yeah. I'm so confused.
But yeah, you should check out the trailers on our Facebook page. Go check it out. It looks really cool. So we're gonna try.
Ivan's been on our show. He is like one of my favorite interviews I've ever done.
Dude's badass.
If you go back to our Starfest interviews from this year, he was talking about how he was in a war, and then he left that war and joined the United States Navy.
Yeah.
So, quite the man.
Yeah, he's really cool. And if you've seen any of the films like Matty O'Connor or Zach Eastman, they put him in their movies all the time because he's really cool.
Yeah,
he's just a cool
if
presence.
I needed an Eastern European
crime
boss, or maybe just like Balky from Perfect Strangers.
A crazy roommate.
Yeah.
Crazy foreign roommate.
That would actually be pretty cool.
We should write that into next season of the pod show.
Ryan's new roommate.
Tall on the winds of... I don't even know if that's how it goes.
I don't remember, no.
I haven't seen Perfect Strangers in 20 years.
Neither is anyone else. Oh, hey, what's up?
High five. Psh, 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 all the way around. So yeah, check that out because he's lots of fun. And the movie looks really good, too.
Flipping the fuck out.
I know, dude. Those cats are annoying as shit. Yeah, now they're going to fight.
What the fuck?
They're running around together, then they hiss at each other, then they fight. Maybe Mia will eat its head, and then I won't have to worry about that cat anymore.
Aww.
Every week on Real Nerds Podcast, we go see a new movie. This week, we went and saw Spike Lee's Old Boy. Stay tuned for the end of the episode when we review this movie.
Surprisingly, not a joint.
It is not a joint.
Not a Spike Lee joint. Very bizarre. I'm so disappointed.
But we'll say if you need to go see the movie, we'll play a trailer for you, then we'll talk about the movie. Very spoilerific, so if you want to see the movie, make sure that you listen to if you should go see it, and then go see it before you listen to our review of it, or you will be very disappointed on how we spoil the movie for you. We also talk about comic books, movies we've been watching, some movie news, upcoming releases, box office numbers, movie-centric. We also recommend a comic book. Did I say the comic book already?
Yeah, you did, but that's okay.
All right, cool. Well, we'll just do it twice. Recommend a comic book for you. So without further ado, here is the number one movie at the box office this last year.
This is the box office stats.
Year?
Week. You know, I would say we do usually mail, but we haven't got mail since I turned it over to Brad. We have not
you
gotten
ran away
email.
all the mailers.
Once everyone found out I was going to read their mail, they just decided they didn't want that to happen.
Fingers crossed we'll get a mail, and then we'll have you read it in your sexy voice. So anybody out there that says, I really want to hear my email in Brad's sexy voice, email us on the show.
Now
I
here's
did
a
get word
letter
from Cora
from
that
our
she's writing a
biggest fan.
very long email.
Is she?
Yeah, so one of these
Sweet.
days we'll just do a Corecast where we just have Brad slowly and sexily read Cora's email.
Hi guys, this is Cora. Just writing in to let you know how good of a show you're doing. Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
You know she has been doing NaNoWriMo. Maybe her NaNoWriMo is just a letter to us. It'll be like 75 pages long.
Nice.
That'd
Always wanted to be a
ridiculous.
book.
Nice.
Yeah. We'll publish it. This is an email to us. No one will want to read it.
The number one movie last week was The Hunger Games: Catching Fire with a 158 or 156.
158.
Oh, I got it right the first time.
Yeah, you did.
Heyo. Record for November.
That's right.
$158 million.
It's
Do
a
you
lot
guys
of money.
remember that Delivery Man came out last week?
Yeah.
Nobody else does.
It made $8 million or something like that.
I actually think that movie looks like pretty charming. And
Really?
I
I think it
wanna
looks
check
really
out.
stupid.
I think. Well, no. I think like the second trailer where they make it seem like he's just going around helping people and getting to know these people that are actually his kids but are actually sort of just strangers. I don't know. I think it looks charming.
But that's right. They totally swept it under the rug, didn't they? Like I haven't seen any advertising since the summer.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's bizarre.
I only want to see it because Kobe Smulders is in it.
Oh, is she in it?
Yeah. She plays his girlfriend or something. I don't know.
Sweet.
They hold hands underneath the dinner table. That's all I know. So, yeah.
She's tired of his go-nowhere job and their go-nowhere relationship, and she gives him an ultimatum, and then by revisiting the lives of his supposed kids, he discovers what it takes to win her back.
Oh, man. I wish the movie were called Go Nowhere.
Yeah, it's also one of the fastest movies to $200 million this week.
Delivery Man?
Yes,
Wow.
Delivery Man. No, the Hunger Games. It did not beat The Dark Knight Rises and, of course, The Avengers. But yeah, it's on its way to making quite a bit of money.
Because those things matter.
They do. It tells you the quality of the movie. Anyone for
the box office
Avatar?
gross is direct correlation to how much the quality of the movie was.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone who pays for a ticket comes out liking the movie.
Twilight films, oh my god, they're just gems. Some
but
of the
do you
best movies
wonder
of the last
why
20 years.
those movies make so much money? I don't get it. Like the Twilight stuff and...
People are
'cause
dumb.
Teens have a
No,
lot
I
of
wouldn't say
parents'
that.
money.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand.
Buy me a ticket or I'll hate you forever.
Because I have a friend, I forget which friend it was, but she was really excited on Facebook that Twilight Forever came out on Blu-ray. And she posted pictures of her, like, unpacking it and stuff.
It's not actually that, like, people are dumb. It is more that their priorities are just different. And so a movie like that that's, you know, super sappy and romantic, like, they are willing to let it go because it's giving them something that they value more than a good story or good characters or, you know, a good role model or good writing or good filming or...
But be honest, if there was a Spider-Man Forever box set, you'd be posting pictures of yourself unboxing it
Spider-Man
online
movies
too.
are way better.
Yeah, but whoa. We're comparing apples to oranges here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the box office numbers. And this is the stuff we've been watching this week.
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Still changing it.
That's so weird.
You didn't even match up box office with
No.
DVD releases.
That's so
crazy.
weird. Look, I don't so much want it like different every week. I just don't want it slash film style. Okay.
I know you've said this like 4 weeks in a row, Brad. Shut
You've
the
talked
fuck
about
up. No one
slash
cares
film
anymore.
more than we need to.
I know. Way too much advertising.
Anyways, this week I've been starting to catch up on movies I watched throughough the year.
You mean you missed?
No,
Or you
not I missed.
you're
I'm rewatching them to
Oh,
see
cool.
if I still like them, or because I'm
Yeah.
compiling my film Splosion list, which is coming out really soon. 4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks. So I rewatched Man of Steel. I still really like the movie. I still love Jonathan Kent in it. I think Kevin Costner plays him so well and so subtly. And every time he spouts wisdom, I believe him. I say, yeah.
You are
Yeah.
wise.
Yeah, when he says...
Yeah. Thank you, Dad.
When he says, did they hurt you? And he says, they can't. And he says, that's not what I asked. And it's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, Jonathan Kent, I believe you. The special effects are still really good when they're fighting. Sometimes it doesn't look as good at the beginning when he's flying for some reason. I don't know if it's because I got the Blu-ray and I noticed it more.
Why is flying always kind of bad? Like, is there a movie where a person flies? It's bad in The Matrix. Of course, everything, a lot of the CG in that movie is bad.
Because there's no real world example to compare it against.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, even a movie like Chronicle, where they're trying to make it gritty, the flying always stands out.
Yeah, I mean, there's parts, though, when he grabs Zod and he's punching him through the cornfield. It's really awesome when he's flying. And because he's pissed because, you don't do that to his mom. And Diane Lane. Diane Lane's so cute.
Oh, she's great.
So, yeah, I really enjoyed that again. Is it going to be on my top 10? Stay tuned. I also rewatched Warm Bodies.
Oh,
which is
really?
the zombie movie. Yeah,
Did you buy it?
I did. I was at Best Buy. I had a $10 gift card because I bought my Wii U at Best Buy. And whilst there, Warm Bodies was $11.99, so I paid $2.13 for it. And it's still really funny, and it's still really charming. I watched the special features, and it was written by some college kid who wrote a short story about it, and then someone said, hey, you should make this into a full-length novel, and he did. And then they took and ran with it. So it was fun. Like, I still think it's a fun movie.
Yeah. Way better than I think any of us were expecting.
Oh,
it
yeah.
to be.
Like the bonies still look really CG.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only bummer about it. But
it's one of those things that on a like lower budget movie like that. I mean, I would have
I
preferred they
forgive
do
it.
it. They just not do it as CG. But yeah, you just sort of go like, all right,
And too, the zombie genre is so strained right now that anytime you do something unique and different is fun.
Yeah.
And I love that the cure for them is just remembering love and stuff like that. I think's kind of a cute thing.
Yeah, it's sappy and adorable.
Yeah. And the last thing I watched this week is actually a TV show. I don't know if you guys saw the new Family Guy, but they killed Brian in it.
I've heard this.
Yeah.
Like is he really not going to be back next week?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they replaced him with a new dog already, so I don't know what.
Well, remember they killed Kenny for the longest time, then he just kind of just came back. It's a cartoon.
Well,
it's not.
But that's because they killed him in the movie. Like they killed him in the movie, and then it was kind of like, oh, maybe he doesn't come back for a while. Isn't that what? I'm pretty sure.
Point is, he came back.
Yeah,
It's a cartoon.
Yeah, I'm sure he will eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the writers were saying, well, it's because Seth MacFarlane has so much going on. Yeah, he does like 90% of the voices on the show, so I think him doing Brian doesn't really matter because Brian is like his voice. So,
yeah.
The crazy thing is that I heard a lot of people saying that character is a lot of why they like that show.
Yeah.
Especially
Really?
still, as long as it's been going. So
Brian's been such a douchebag lately.
He has been.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Peter's still my favorite on the show, but, you know, it is interesting that they decided to kill him off, and he got killed in a really brutal way. So we'll see. You know, yeah.
I mean, it's sad, but he's a cartoon.
Yeah.
And they can change their mind
Yeah.
at any time.
I mean, I think it'd be funny if they got a new dog and it was still Seth MacFarlane's voice. But
They got a new dog already that one time.
yeah, they did. The new Brian.
The new Brian.
Yeah,
So
that one's really funny.
they've
I'm
been
gonna
down this
make
road
you less
sort of
disgusting
before.
every day. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see though them try something new and got him in the news.
Yeah.
That's
So-
true. That's probably why they did it. 2 months from now, they'll bring him back, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, our ratings are up, 30%. No big
And
deal.
knowing Seth MacFarlane like I do, he might do like one of those old-timey movies where, for a while Brian doesn't show up and then there's some dramatic part where he comes back and something happened to him. Or alternate universe Star Trek or
Or
something.
they'll use them in cutaway gags where it's like, remember that time when Brian was like, and then Brian will be there.
Yeah.
Was it like a wacky death, or was it like
No, he got
it was
ran
like
over by a
serious-
car, yeah.
Aww.
And then they all came in and he was dying.
Did you
and-
cry?
No. They all came in and they were all upset about him. They're showing clips from the show of them remembering him, and all the clips are funny because it's him barfing or getting hit in the head or stuff like that. And then, yeah, he died.
Wow.
So, we'll see. Family Guy. Yeah, that's all I watched this week. Brad, what'd you watch?
Oh, it's me. He picked me.
Because, me and you did see other stuff together.
That's true.
Yeah.
We'll get to. We premiered episode 4 of the Pod Show this week.
We did?
Crickets.
Anybody?
Crickets. Yeah, it was this your second time at the open screen night, Ryan?
Yeah.
How do you think it went?
I mean, besides the content, I thought it was still fun.
Besides the content, of everyone else's stuff.
Yeah, some of the things. Here's my biggest issue with it. Some of the stuff was really good. Like the stuff that won, that stop motion stuff, I didn't think was that impressive. I don't know. Did you like the stop motion one?
Well, obviously a lot of work went into it, so I tip my hat to them. I've seen their other piece that's stop motion, and that's still probably the one I like more. It is sloppy, but it's also like it's a music video, and it's,
that's
it's
I guess
not
that my only
supposed to be
thing is
perfect.
really sloppy. There'd be times when
I think it's a style though. So.
maybe when the dolls would go across, and you saw the strings and stuff pulling them, and I don't know, it was really distracting. I did not like the Biz Jack Flemco Santa Claus one.
Oh,
They had
man.
Santa Claus jerking off,
What?
and then he blew his load all over a kid's face.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. And so, yeah, that stuff, I don't think that's funny. Like, I didn't think it was funny at all watching him do it. I actually, I'm not the biggest fan. I've watched all of the Laugh You Bastard stuff, and I'm not the biggest fan. But I thought theirs this week was actually really creative. It's not shot very well, and the sound isn't very good in it.
I think because we've had issues with people resetting the projector's brightness, so I think even ours was kind of too bright.
Yeah, but there's a difference. Ours still looked really good. But theirs, like, the sound wasn't very good in it. But I love the idea behind it. I thought the idea was really funny. I didn't... If they... I don't want to be jerks to them, but, like, if they had more talent behind the camera, I think it would look better. Because they have the ideas. But I think if they had someone like you shooting it, I think it'd look way better. Not that you guys can have Brad, he's mine. But I'm just saying that the idea was there. Basically, this guy, he loves Spain, and he gets knocked out, and he dreams that he's Don Quixote,
Mhm.
and so all this other stuff is going around.
He's existing in the real world, and then he's imagining. It's the Don
it's Don
Quixote.
Quixote.
Yeah.
But it's Diablito Blanquito, Little White Devil.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's their version of that.
And
so.
I mean, I think the most clever part of that whole thing was he thinks he's, he can speak Spanish really well. And in his mind, when he was writing that letter, it was perfect Spanish. I thought that was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that,
Nothing else?
no, like I couldn't. And then even the second thing that BizJack did was just a riff on Paranormal Activity, but it wasn't that funny.
But with Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah, with Ebenezer Scrooge, and it's not shot well. And I know that's maybe their little shtick, but it's distracting. I'm trying to remember what else was there. What am I forgetting?
It was a pretty busy night.
Yeah, but there was a lot of the one thing that was cool about it was a lot of different stuff.
That's what I like about that venue, like that program, is that you just get some random. Like, luckily, you didn't have to sit through 12 minutes of grass growing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love grass.
We did have one guy, an old guy, come in with a 22-minute piece, and the cutoff is 15 minutes, and we had to turn him away and say, he's like, well, but my son, he won an award for this. It's been shown internationally.
Okay.
And we were just like, sorry. Okay, well, I got to call my people and tell them not to come down here. I'm like, I'm really sorry.
Well, and there's a thing where if it's longer than 15 minutes, they can have it shown before
Special
the
arrangement,
actual
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. And because the website's so bad, he thought the phone number on the website, which he texted to get information for, that's the number you use to comment on the movie during the show.
Oh.
So it was just, I don't think he's ever coming back. But
that's too bad.
But you have a lot of, how many entries do you have? 15?
That night?
Yeah.
Oh,
was
yeah.
it 15? Yeah,
It was,
a lot.
we were packed to the gills. And then,
when November's a big month for you guys.
well, yeah, it's sandwiched in between 2 months of nothing.
Well, that's true, yeah.
October and December, there's no show, so
Yeah.
everyone's all pent up. And there was also a birthday party afterwards, so the frustrating thing was the person they were having the party for, their friends were in the lobby, and they were just talking at full volume throughout all the pieces. So Art Face Studios, they did the puppet one.
Oh, cool.
They commented after that, they were like, yeah, today was good, but those people in the back just really took distracted from our film.
Yeah, the thing with the Art Face that I forgot about the puppet one is it was funny, but it was way too long. It needed to end.
It
was funny because I've
usually
liked
do
the
shorter
Art Face
ones.
They're usually
It just
fun.
kept on going and going and going and going and going and going. And
oh, was this the one about the dudes in the woods?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
The hiking one. You missed it.
Yeah. I remember the
It'll be on
trailer for
YouTube.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, our episode though, think it was received well.
Yeah, I think that the problem is it was a really big inside. I think I don't know.
Big inside joke.
Yeah, I mean, people were laughing at parts. I don't know. I didn't feel the same watching it as our other ones. I don't know. What did you think?
I didn't get any feedback, so that's why I'm curious. No one said anything about it. So
interesting.
Well, I mean, Total Ghost was really excited to see it. It's pretty funny. We got
we got
the
a
best
sweet
introduction
intro.
ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the guy from Total Ghost. Which
Randy.
one? Randy. He says, "Oh man, I love what the real nerds do."
Oh.
yeah, I'm so excited to see this.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Randy.
Yeah.
And they all said it looked really good. The comedians thought it was funny.
The one guy said we said rape too much.
Yeah, we said rape too much.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think rape was a big issue. We said fuck a lot in it.
You said fuck.
I
a
did
lot.
say fuck a lot in it. I was telling Brad afterwards. I said, "Yeah, you're gonna have that's gonna be a bleeping episode."
Next season, what I want to do is I want to take a page out of Edgar Wright's book, and every time you do a take where you say that, fuck on it, I'm going to make you do another take where you say some random word like chicken.
Cool.
I'm
pretty sure I just read the script though.
Huh?
But
no.
I don't know. And two, I don't know why some of the jokes didn't land. Because I don't know if people couldn't hear something. Because the part at the end where Zach Eastman says, "Now where's your dog?" says, "I want to rape him," is actually really funny. So
Yeah, obviously the audio in that room is different from when it's on my laptop, but I will admit the music to the Ghost Trappers theme does come up a little too high at the very end of his statement, so it does get lost. But
I have sort of noticed that when we're there, just the sound in general in that room is not always really good for that, and so subtle things like that can just get lost.
But I do
I've
know
had that problem with other people's films too.
my ad lib line got the biggest laughs. That's all I care about.
The Don Knotts one? Really?
No, it wasn't the Don Knotts one. It was supermodels can make cripples.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that got a lot of laughs.
Good.
But
Cool.
and the Reggie close up got a lot of laughs. It's pretty funny.
Oh, Reg.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the sound.
Or
Or
maybe it
it's
wasn't very good. Maybe we're fucking talentless. You know, maybe
Yeah,
we
maybe
should
it just
give
sucks.
up.
No, I
Yeah.
think maybe to the audience, they're really biased to one short. It was like the group of girls and stuff that were down to the right.
Oh, you mean there's like a lot of people together with one group?
Yeah, and they're like clapping and I can't even remember which one it was for,
Yeah, I don't.
but it wasn't that good.
And, like I was sitting there like right before I went, and like I thought it was supposed to go on second after intermission, but it went on third, and like it was kind of at the height of when people in the lobby were really acting up.
Yeah.
So I think the vibe was like, and I'm not sure, but I think the one before us was like people were like bummed out about. Like,
It was the one before us. I can't remember.
I don't remember. I know we went to intermission like with that like foreign romance thing on the train. And people were really psyched about that, and then it came back to two other things, and I can't remember what they were.
Yeah, that was shot really well. The only thing me and Laura were talking about after intermission says, hey, that one was kind of clever, but then the title card made it, and the DVD menu made it look like a pornography. That's all I could think of.
I saw that it ended abruptly. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to describe it to people who didn't see it, but it's just like as soon as you got into what was going on, it just ended.
Yeah, and I think them stretching it longer would be really hard because, you know, the thing when people make characters is you realize that if you're going to make a character like this, you're stuck with him for however long you're going to put him on screen. So how long are you going to get behind someone who's lying constantly? And but I mean, it was well done.
What did you think of Tubbs?
Meh.
And the Art of Acting Out, that was the other.
Oh yeah, the Art of Acting Out. They want to come on the show.
So we'll be interviewing them soon.
Yeah, they were nice enough to like our podcast all the way through. So they basically are doing a Kickstarter. It's like a sitcom, but a little zany.
About a guy who quits his job as a barista to become an actor.
Yeah, and his name is Phil Collins, and so, of course, they'll get some jokes out of that. Seems like it's all right. I'm interested to see what they do.
Yeah, maybe see a full episode.
Yeah, maybe see a whole episode go.
Yeah.
Because it was a Kickstarter campaign video.
And the whole pitch was that there's a guy in the writer's room, and you can see what he's writing being acted out next to him.
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll see. I liked the variety. Yeah, I just deal without Santa coming on people. The only funny part about the whole thing was their description of it was Santa helps a boy with cancer or something, and it had nothing to do with what they were doing. A lot like their Adam the Amazing Zombie Killer.
Oh God, that's horrible.
you haven't seen it.
I know. I'm just saying. You told me. They told me that it's about zombie. It's not about zombies, and there's no zombies in it.
It's true.
I'm saying that's the same thing that happened there.
Yeah. They have a little bit. They're creative with their advertising. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably way too long to talk about something that most people don't care about, except us. So yeah, you'll probably get to see the episode. I want to fix some stuff before I put it online, so it's going to sit on the shelf for a little bit.
Okay.
But the main thing I watched this week, I went to saw Akira.
Oh yeah.
At the Alamo Draft House. They played the Blu-ray 25th anniversary release, and it was good. It looked good. In the past, I haven't been able to understand what's going on a lot.
In that movie or
in the movie.
Yeah.
And then
very good.
This time around, I got it more. Still pretty amazing animation wise.
Absolutely. No, it's a gorgeous movie.
Yeah. But the worst part is I don't know if it's the original English dub of it, but their dialogue choices on how to translate Japanese was just lame.
Does it sort of
what they
reads
choose to put
James Cameron dialogue?
Huh?
Is it just corny and is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's in order to just match up the English words to the Japanese animated mouth movements. They just you can tell they're throwing stuff in that doesn't need to be said.
Oh, I see. Just to make the mouths look like
I'm surprised they didn't do English subtitles.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they would done full Japanese, but I guess it's Littleton.
Whoa,
the the rich part of Littleton, people probably don't watch a lot of subtitles.
And some movies can be dubbed really well. And with animated stuff, like I absolutely think that dubbing with live action movies is bad. That's because you're losing the actual inflection of the actor who said stuff. But with animated stuff, you don't actually have that. There's already a separation there.
There's some fudge room. Yeah.
Yeah. But I would prefer that when they dub stuff, they not try to match it to the.
I'd rather it be off
much.
than have them say something stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
To fill the time. So that was the only part that was just like, oh god.
Because like the Miyazaki movies, when they're dubbed, I think they're done really well.
Yeah.
Of course, they're all also like.
And Akira is maybe one of the first like breakthrough animes to come here, though.
That's true. Yeah, maybe they didn't spend as much time on it back then.
Yeah. Well, I know. I think they've done. Yeah, in the different re-releases, I think they've done new recordings. And I think this was a new recording because I don't remember it being as silly as say the one I got like in 2001 or something. So the actual voices, characters sounded different. Like different people. So, from what I remember, but again, it's not like I watch it every day, so I don't know. So anyway, that's that is all I watched, I believe.
But you got Samurai Cop, right?
I got it, but I didn't watch it. We're all gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I know the people who made that movie were really excited that you tweeted that.
I know.
Yeah, I
don't get a lot of advertising for it.
Yeah, no, I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah. No, I'm saying we should have a party. We should get everybody to watch it.
Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah. I saw it
you saw it at the
Esquire.
theater. Didn't you fall asleep at one point?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I hear you usually fall asleep with the Esquire.
The Bastards were MS-3K'ing it, so that was fun.
Oh, okay.
But, I can't imagine that movie being fun just on your own. Like, you got to get a group together.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a little drunk.
Yeah.
Make fun of the movie. I get you. Cool.
Yeah. James, what did you see?
I only really watched one thing, but real quick, I want to go back to Brian. You didn't watch this week's How I Met Your Mother, did you?
I did not see it.
Well, you should check it out because I just want to say that show in its final season has pulled out of the stops, and it is so much fun.
Sweet.
Not too much spoilers.
I heard it was pretty crazy because I obviously a fan of theirs on Facebook.
Yeah,
and they told everybody they should really watch this episode.
Yeah, they do a whole episode that's all in rhyme, and it's so much fun.
Sweet.
Yeah, just really funny and zany. The kind of thing that is why I loved that show to begin with, and I realized how much I missed it. And I wish I could put my finger on it, what it is that's sort of been missing the last 2 seasons. But whatever it is, it's back now. So certainly, people need to be watching that show. And also, I've seen now the first 3 episodes of Almost Human, and the 3rd episode is really kind of fun.
My stepmother really likes that show.
Yeah, like I think once they got over the stupid parts of trying to get this premise out there of like once they get to the status quo of he's a cop, he's a robot, they're buddies and they're fighting space like future crime. Like once they could get past introducing that premise, I think it's really fun. Like there's the way that they're writing it to introduce like these little bits of technology and stuff like that into the crime and they do it in such a sly way that it doesn't feel like hokey sci-fi channel stuff where it's like the episode's about this, like it's just something thrown in that a year down the road they could just do all this stuff and not have to explain to people like, oh, this person was wearing a fake face hologram thing and they were doing it for this reason. Like they could just throw out these terms and fans of the show would just roll with it and have some really cool sci-fi. So if you're falling off of Revolution because that show is kind of boring, or if you're watching Continuum and wishing that you had something better, this is probably not a bad one to jump onto.
Nice.
So yeah, but then the one movie I did watch this week, which man, only seeing one movie in a week when I've got to get like another 20 by the end of the year. But I got a chance to see Paranoia. Which is the movie with Harrison Ford and Liam Hemsworth and Gary Oldman, and Richard Dreyfuss is in this too. Like
what?
Yeah, he's in the trailer. You missed that?
I don't remember seeing him in the trailer.
Either.
Yeah.
I'm in this movie.
All I remember from the trailer is Harrison Ford yelling, "And now I'm standing on your neck," which is the reason why I saw this movie. The cast is fantastic. It really is. The movie is basically that Liam Hemsworth he's working for this, tech company and wants to help do some exciting stuff, and he tries to pitch this thing to Gary Oldman, and Gary Oldman's like, this is not very good, and so he fires everyone on the guy's team, Liam Hemsworth's team. And then he meets with Liam Hemsworth in secret and is like, I'm going to hire you, and you're going to go into Harrison Ford's company, because Gary Oldman used to work for Harrison Ford, and he's like, you're going to go work for Harrison Ford, and you're going to find out what this new phone he's developing is, and you're going to get it to me, and so that I can compete with him or whatever. And I wish I could explain to you why this movie is forgettable. This movie is forgettable in the same way that like Anthony Hopkins' Fracture is forgettable.
Hey, that's with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, and it's a good movie. It's an interesting, decent movie. But just like that movie that most people have never seen and will never see, this is a movie that, or like Limitless. Remember Limitless with what's his face?
Is that the one where the guy's limitless?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he made that made $90 million at the box office.
That's true. Actually, that one probably did.
I was gonna say, so I think that one's pretty good.
But still, like,
you're talking about like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that once.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, people will see it and then they don't necessarily buy it on Blu-ray. It's not a movie that they love, and especially in a case like this where the actors are fantastic. Like, when they finally get to the scene where Harrison Ford yells, "And now I'm standing on your neck," it's cool. Like, they get that line. I think some of it has to do with the fact that it is a movie where, like, it's these two companies that are very clearly an Apple and Microsoft. Like, Harrison Ford is wearing a lot of black turtlenecks and he's bald in the movie, There are a lot of weird parallels where they're clearly trying to make it this phone war thing, and a movie about the phone war is not really that interesting. If their rivalry were more interesting, and there was a bit more of a world impact on it, but when they talk about like this phone's gonna revolutionize things and it's gonna wash everything you do and it's gonna know you better than you know yourself, and I'm just like, really, that's the premise of what their business is and what they're stealing and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I think that's the big place where the plot sort of falls apart. And so no matter how good the characters are, when Liam Hemsworth is like breaking in and stealing stuff, you're just like, there's not actually that much at stake here.
Yeah, the stakes are really low.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're really...
The city's not in danger if he fails.
Yeah, you're stealing an iPhone.
Yeah.
It's not really that impressive. But it's still fun, and if you come across it on a Netflix, you probably ought to check it out. If only to see Harrison Ford be pretty cool. So, yeah. But that's everything I watched.
Wow, slow week, boys.
Yeah,
actually, I totally forgot.
Oh fuck, Brad.
Oh man.
Well, I think you might want to talk about this. I rewatched Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Still bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's everything I remember. Everything I remember about it being awful is like still there. It's just.
What about the scene where he's going through the city on like that?
Okay, so one stunt is cool. There's another 90 minutes of garbage dialogue
I don't remember
and
the
like
movie at all.
useless.
I own it. I don't think I've seen it in 10 years.
Yeah, that's how long I hadn't seen it in. And then fat Chris Hardwick's in it.
Oh really?
He's one of the scientists at the end who's just like walking down the hallway talking and explaining like how Skynet's going to work.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Back when he was an alcoholic.
Yeah, there's just tons of silly stuff. And I wish I remember like stuff that like the Terminator, like they had early on in the movie, there's this one thing where the Terminator, the Arnold one, comes, back, goes to another biker bar.
Talk to the hand.
Actually, it's a gay bar. Or no, it's a Chippendales bar, sorry. Yeah. And so they're rehashing the whole, like giving him a specific reason to get the whole biker outfit again.
Yeah.
Slightly different because the shirt's different. But then he finds a truck, and right away, instead of like, because this is a new Terminator, it's not the one that melted in the last movie. This is another one from the future.
Right.
It flips down the eye shade from the roof because he remembers that's what John Connor taught him in the last movie, is you don't have to bust open the ignition. You can just, sometimes humans put them up there.
Yeah.
But this is a Terminator that shouldn't know that. And then later down the road in the movie, I'm like, okay, well maybe it is. Maybe I forgot. Maybe it is the Terminator. Like there's a reason why he remembers that. Nope,
No.
because later on they're driving and like Arnold explains how he is a new Terminator, and John Connor says, "Oh, great! I have to reteach you all the stuff I taught you."
Yeah. Well,
So-
except that his wife is the one that reprogrammed him, and so he could have learned that from his wife. Not important.
Wait, what?
So that Terminator from the future is the Terminator that kills John Connor in that version of the story.
Yeah.
And gets like then captured by Claire Danes' character, and Claire Danes is the one who reprograms him and sends him back to help them. So it's entirely possible that she could have taught him to look for keys.
To also
in the
look for
car.
keys. Yeah, that sounds even great too.
I don't think it matters. Like, I don't think that the fact that the Terminator finds, I think the
It's
action
just-
scenes in that movie are fun. I think the way that movie ends is smart. So
It's just details like that, and like it just the other two are just so serious, and this one's so lighthearted.
yeah, no, I'll agree with you.
Yeah,
there.
it doesn't feel like the Terminator world that like, and it also given our conversations of like how I wish they treated the John Connor legacy.
Yeah.
Like I was watching the movie sitting there going like, God, this would be so much more interesting if like the whole time, like we were watching this movie knowing that the Terminator, like the Skynet is so stupid that it thinks there's a John Connor running around when it's actually just, this resistance legend. They're constantly sending Terminators back to get this guy who doesn't exist.
Oh yeah.
So, like, if they just killed John Connor in the past and it didn't affect the future at all, the Terminators would be like, well, we killed him and nothing changed.
Yeah.
We didn't win. Why is that? Because you did kill him,
Yeah.
and it's not one guy you got to kill. You got to stop the humans in the future.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fun idea. But instead, like, oh, yeah, let's get a girl to be a Terminator, and, like,
She's
her
cute.
boobs will grow when the cops show up, and which... Oh, there's something about that scene too. Like not that. What was it? Yeah, I forget it. I don't remember.
I do think that the way they design the TX is pretty dumb. Like the fact that she when she wants to test DNA, she picks it with her finger and then sexily licks her finger.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah. The
To ID
TX is
print
not
them.
great.
Yeah. And then even Arnold's like they give Arnold too many joke lines, whereas what made the last movie funny was like they were few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Really,
funny.
I think like I Need a Vacation's really out of like the tone of the movie.
That one in that movie is probably like the farthest one from like what is like it's out of character for him. But in this movie, like all of his lines are just like he says every kind.
Yeah.
He says all kinds of like weird cliche stuff that I guess Claire Danes could have taught him in the future. So
Yeah.
anyway,
You know what I want to see in a Terminator movie? I want to see a Terminator movie about a future where they have a Terminator and they have to fight their way into some like machine's compound that has a time machine in it, so that they can get the Terminator into the time machine, and that's the whole movie. Like none of the other bullshit. Just a like that's why Terminator Salvation should have been good, because they could have mined that whole franchise for so many cool stories. For so long.
My favorite's the submarine part in Terminator Salvation.
Fuck you. It's the worst part of that movie.
I haven't seen it in a while.
I'm going to watch them all again because now you got my interest peaked right now.
I do kind of want to see Salvation again because I haven't seen it since like I think I rented it after I saw it in theaters, so I think I've seen it twice. But
I remember being like there was a shell of like something could have been great, and then they went back to the old like problems.
Yeah.
They just rehashed the same stuff.
it's a great seed in that movie. Like it could have been so cool.
Yeah.
Man, Terminator Salvation should have been the best Terminator movie.
It's my favorite.
You jerk.
Remember. I love the part where Christian Bale is just yelling at people in it.
If that had been a road trip movie between Kyle Reese and a Terminator, oh man, that's what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a road trip movie in the future.
Yeah, ever since 2, we've all been wanting that like forever in darkness future war thing, and they still can't do it.
Yeah,
They just keep going back to the fucking desert.
it's Christian Bale's fault. I'm still blaming Christian Bale.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
a real. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
I had to get that out there.
That's fine. I'm going to watch it this week now. You've piqued my interest in Terminator 3.
All right.
I'm going to tell you how much I love to suck its dick.
Oh, okay. So
Speaking
he's
of-
no. Okay. So so after the Terminator has Claire Danes and John Connor, he has to find a place to keep them safe, right? So he takes them to a mausoleum, which is where Sarah Connor hid her guns, and then they have this whole expositional thing about explaining away like why Linda Hamilton's not in the movie, and then the SWAT team
dead.
shows up, huh? Yeah, she got leukemia.
Dead.
But I mean, like,
Are you getting to the fact that the doctor's there for no fucking reason?
yeah, that doctor from the second movie shows up.
Yeah.
Because he just happens to be on the SWAT team ambulance payroll or whatever. And then to escape the SWAT team guns, which, like, Claire Danes just jumps out of that mausoleum and, like, they've already initiated that they're just going to shoot everybody. And then, okay, this is John Connor, right? He's the most precious thing to the Terminator. He puts John Connor in the coffin, which isn't, like, steel-lined, and puts him on his shoulder, carries him out, and they're just shooting at the Terminator, and there's like bullets bouncing off this apparently steel-lined coffin. And then when he gets in the hearse, John Connor just opens up the lid. They're still shooting bullets all over the place, and John Connor's just kind of sitting up, like ducking, like trying to avoid all these bullets. Like, and this is the guy who we have to protect. Like, one bullet could destroy the future.
Yeah, I think you could make the same argument with some scenes in the last one. Like, there are times when John Connor in the second one is in more danger than he probably should be, but
it's really easy for the Terminator now to protect him.
No,
like,
I
he should just not
yeah.
open up the coffin and sit up while they're firing bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
It's not a perfect movie.
That's what I'm saying.
I never said that.
It was like that. Yeah. Sorry. That one just, I was thinking about that one the most while I was watching it. Lazy.
Nah.
Sorry, Ryan.
I'm gonna wait like a minute, see if Brett has anything else he hates about Terminator 3.
Is it that I'm going to rag on it so much that you're going to love it now?
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna
out of
totally,
spite.
I'm
fuck
gonna
yeah.
love it out of spite.
I'm going to find reasons to love it.
I still do enjoy that movie. I think it's fun.
I don't know. I'll have to watch it again. I liked it when
It's
I saw
lame.
it.
Dude, remember how
It's
badass
lame.
it is when he's hanging on this crane and he's
Totally.
swinging back and forth? Oh my god, that car chase scene is pretty cool.
It is awesome.
Plus the TX has got like nanites and shit, so
And she
you
has
take over.
tits.
That makes it badass.
Can cords rip through concrete like it does, and then
Who gives a fuck? It looks cool. Man.
Jeez, Brad. How can we please Brad?
I'm going to throw that disc out my window. My Terminator anthology is going to be minus one movie.
Speaking of dick sucking, wait till you hear about the comic I read.
What's up, nerds? It's the Comics Corner.
I got this really cool comic series. I don't know if
It's called Dick Sucking?
Yeah, I don't think I've talked about it.
It's
I hope
called
I
Ryan
have
Sucks
it.
Dicks.
It's
Yeah, who
called
cares?
Sex Criminals.
Oh.
It's written by Matt Fraction, and I forget who the artist is.
Is that the one where you walk into the store and on the shelf there's just like this big word sex on the wall?
No.
That's Sex,
That's
Oh.
Sex.
which is a different book.
Okay.
Sex Criminals is centered around this girl that when she has sex and orgasms, the world stops. And so...
During the whole, like, just forever, or...
no, for a limited amount of time.
Oh, okay.
So the world stops, and she meets a guy who... It's the same thing happens with him, but he calls it Cum World. She calls it the other, and he calls it Cum World.
Oh.
And it's a funny story, and it's just gaining momentum. I just read the third issue, and what they're doing now is they have sex, so time stops, and then they go rob banks.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's the sex police that I guess this is not a known phenomenon, and they're chasing them down. It's pretty funny, and it's a cool little story, and it's different. It's really weird.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
Because the first issue tells her side of the story where she found out when she had an orgasm that lights went everywhere like rainbows, and she realized she can get up and walk around and do these things. And then the guy is his issue is the second issue, and his dick like glows. It's a really unusual story, but it's told really well, and it's really funny. The art in it's pretty good. I don't think you can find the first issue anymore. They might make it.
It's Image, right?
It is Image.
Man, Image, they're dogs. It's ridiculous. They know exactly how many to print to make sure that book sells out and becomes like
a hot item.
A hot item, yeah.
Yeah, but you should really check it out. It's if you could find it, I definitely would pick it up because it's just zany enough and silly enough that it's pretty good. Like I said, Matt Fraction, he did a a bunch of Marvel stuff, and he was able to go off and kind of do his own little thing on
He's
this.
the guy who's been running Iron Man for a while now.
Yeah, and he does these little things at the end where it's how he prepares to write Sex World, and they're really funny.
That's cool.
So yeah, you should definitely pick up Sex World. Yeah,
Who does the art? Is it?
I don't even. Is it Zerdowski or something like that?
Is it cool? What kind of art is it?
Yeah, it's kind of cartoony,
Yeah.
but not totally cartoony. I don't know if that makes any sense at all.
Is
I mean,
it kind of psychedelic.
yeah, there's not a lot of detail in the characters and stuff, so it kind of looks animated-ish.
Yeah.
But not like kid animated. That doesn't make sense at all. But you'd have to read it. I know for a fact that Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics does not have any issues left of 1, 2, or 3. So,
But if you wait till like January, I bet you can go in there and get a trade for 20%.
I'm sure you can. Yeah, I'm sure you can go and ask Andrew to order you the trade when it comes out, because I think my new previews actually does have the trade in it. So I think that comes out February. I don't know if it's going to be an ongoing series. I don't know. So we'll see. It'll be exciting. I can't wait for the climax.
I saw what you did there.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, I just flashed back to John Connor's narration in Terminator 3.
That's like your Vietnam PTSD is
I'm
Terminator
having
3.
flashbacks.
But yeah, so yeah, pick up Sex Criminals if you see it, and if you do see it, I would pick it up because I'm guessing it's going to be Image's next $50 book in a month.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's what I think you should pick up.
Cool.
I wonder what's coming out on Blu-ray. Fuck DVDs.
DVD releases and Blu-rays.
Oh, I know what's coming out.
There is actually one coming out on a DVD. Like, I didn't see a Blu-ray of it, so maybe we are talking about a DVD. The big one is the Wolverine is coming out along with that Unleashed extended edition with all the blood and guts and shit.
And they say fuck a bunch more times.
Yeah.
I was reading a review of it. I'm interested because if you look on the Amazon one, the 3D one says it's the Unleashed edition. If you look at the normal Blu-ray, at the bottom it says includes the Unleashed and theatrical cut. So I don't. But then I saw a commercial for it a couple nights ago, and the same DVD or the Blu-ray cover for the normal one doesn't have that on the bottom. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go to Best Buy on Tuesday and see if I have to get the 3D one to get the Unleashed edition. Because
there's like the cool box. You're saying that are there
Yeah.
two different versions of the cool box art one?
no, if you click on
Look at the
it
Black
real
Man.
fast, I'll show you.
Oh,
This is really fun. Hey, Brad, why don't you tell us more why you don't like Terminator 3?
Oh, gosh, let's see.
See, so right there,
oh
it
yeah,
says
yeah.
includes two.
Includes theatrical.
So if you go
and-
down, though, that's the 3D version of it.
oh, this
Go to like the single disc or the other version of it. There's another version of it.
Oh, here, multi-format 2 disc.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then if you click on it, if you look at the bottom, it says it includes it.
yeah,
But I've seen the ad for it on TV doesn't have that little wording on the bottom. Plus, if you scroll down in like the features, it doesn't say that it comes with that version.
well, and this looks different than even the other Blu-ray version. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyways,
The point is there are two versions of this movie.
yeah, two versions of
or
the Wolverine.
7. We're not really sure how many.
Well,
but-
they're probably simplifying the information for the TV ad
yeah,
because they have a
maybe.
limited amount of time. But
yeah.
But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna check out Best Buy. Then I'll order it on Amazon when I'm at Best Buy.
in catalogs, they'll have different art for, like, say, the World's End. Like, the font of the World's End was different in a lot of catalogs. It was just like Helvetica, but actually, when we bought it, it was some serif font. I think
What's that?
only
I think
you,
Garamond.
Only.
But
you.
yeah, they don't. That art isn't accurate all the time.
What's the what font do they use for the Little Mermaid?
I can't see it from here.
I'm just saying. There is a diamond edition of the Little Mermaid coming out this week. I didn't see a Blu-ray version.
It
of
came
on
out a
there.
month ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Disney
so this
does
is,
that.
So this is just the DVD version of it. Okay.
Disney wants you to adopt the Blu-ray because I have the Blu-ray version.
Yeah.
So the Blu-ray comes with the DVD, and when you get the DVD version, it comes with a Blu-ray too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so this
it's
is
in a
just
DVD case.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They want you to adopt Blu-ray.
Yeah,
And so-
absolutely. That makes sense.
But then, like a month later, they'll do just a DVD re-release.
Yeah.
because they've been
Okay.
on DVD before.
it only like popped up because it's like the number 2 selling thing this week. So,
Yep.
speaking of
still
number
want it on
2s,
DVD, I
guess.
the Smurfs 2 is coming out this
Oh,
week.
cool.
So if you're a big
Neil
fan,
Patrick Harris.
the Mortal Instruments City of Bones, which I feel like that was just in theaters.
It was
Man.
January.
It-
No. Was it?
No, not January.
What am I talking about?
October?
Was it October?
September.
It was September.
Yeah, September sounds right.
So a month and a half.
There's also the extended edition of Argo comes out this week
Cool.
in a pretty big ass looking case. Like,
I know.
I
it's
hope it
awesome.
actually looks like that in
Well, it's
real
probably
life.
like the Town Ultimate Edition.
Oh, I've never seen the Town Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, it's like a.
Is it like
box.
it's like a big box
Yeah.
set thing?
Yeah,
That's cool.
Look at that,
Oh yeah,
comes
this
with a
comes with a
book.
box. It looks like a storyboards book, and that's really cool, man. So check that out. The Drinking Buddies with Olivia Wilde.
I heard
and
that movie's
all those
pretty
people,
good.
funny people. Yeah, I think it's on. I think it's been on streaming for a while. Because I don't think it got like a real wide release, so I think you were able to get it like on Amazon and things like that a lot earlier. They're releasing a box set of the Hangover trilogy.
Cool.
Jonathan Levine's All the Boys Love Mandy Lane is coming out this week, which, if you don't know, it's like a horror movie that has been in the can for like fucking 15 years.
7 years.
7 years, sure.
It says 2006 right there.
Yeah. That he made a long time ago and has been trying to get out, and it finally got like a tiny little theatrical release this year. So now is your
I know.
chance
I want
to
to see it. I hope it'll be available on Amazon Instant.
It's one of those movies where whether it's good or not, it's just an interesting thing that it's a horror movie and I'm still like enticed to see it just because
You
of
like
how
Jonathan
weird.
Levine?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
He did Warm Bodies, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then
Warm Bodies
50-50.
50-50. What was the one before that? There was
It was a small one.
yeah.
I don't remember.
Anyway, but he's just an interesting director, and a horror movie seems a little different for him. So, also for our friend Zach Eastman, there is a like super collector's edition of Pain and Gain this week. So,
Well, have you
might
looked at the
get
Pain
that.
and Gain Blu-ray? I don't think there's any special features on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's weird. Huh. Winnie Mandela, which is the other Mandela movie, comes out this week, which is more centered. It's Jennifer Hudson, and it's more about his wife, obviously, based on the title. And The Night of the Naked Dead,
Oh yeah.
which is clearly a...
What is that?
this is the Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy. That's what it says here on Amazon. But this is... Oh, the picture they have is just the Steelbook edition of The World's End. So I don't really know.
Isn't the release date December 3rd, though?
Yes. No, yeah, it's December 3rd.
Oh,
the
that is
release
next
date.
week. Fuck.
But The World's End came out last week.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this is a really cool... Because I don't own any of them on Blu-ray.
I
So
do.
I'm hoping that this art is wrong and that there is actually going to be like a cool collector's edition
It
of
is
all three of them.
$70.
Yeah, right? Like, why would a Steelbook edition be $70? But...
And for all three movies, but only show The World's End on the front?
Well, yeah, and the Steelbook edition of The World's End, I don't get it.
This is confusing.
Yeah,
but I want
think that Amazon has just, I used to put art on Amazon as my job, and it's really easy to fuck up because they don't actually watch it too good. So, hopefully there is really a badass Cornetto trilogy.
I haven't opened my
movie
World's
coming out.
End. Maybe I'll trade it in. That one is sweet.
Anyway, that's everything coming out this week.
Cool.
So go check out Night of the Naked Dead.
Would you have somewhere to be, Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He literally does.
You keep on checking your phone. Where are you going?
I'm going to the Grolix.
Fuck you, Brad. I don't want to hang out with you anymore. This is real news.
It's real news.
Did you guys see the poster with the Green Goblin on it?
That's the first thing we were going to talk about. I thought we were going to get through not talking about Spider-Man stuff, but yeah, there's totally a Green Goblin on that fucking poster right
Yeah.
there.
Or someone flying a glider.
It's a Green Goblin-esque person,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's a weather balloon.
It's a weather balloon.
There's, some people are like, is this real? It looks real. It looks
Yeah.
like it's
entirely possible that it's not real, but
Guys, I have a confession. I made that poster.
That's pretty good.
good job, Brad. They need to hire you for this shit.
And what's cool, when I was looking at this, James, it kind of goes with the Rhino might be a truck, like because it
Like
kind of
that's
looks
his suit? Is the
well,
truck?
No, I think it's like a mech. I think the Rhino is going to be a mech
or something. Yeah,
I think or at least what I was originally thinking from the early art was simply that the Rhino was just going to be a thief and that he was going to be driving. Like it was going to start with him like driving this truck and just destroying a bunch of shit and being unstoppable, and then Spider-Man would stop him and get him out of the truck. But this makes it seem like there is absolutely a suit, and it looks very. That Joe Kelly story, you know, the
new one.
The new
Rhino.
one that's got like the red eyes and shit like that. It looks very much like that.
Looks cool.
I think a mech version of the Rhino would be the right way to go, and I don't know why I never thought of that.
Well, yeah, it has to. Some people are. I hate the people on the internet because they're talking about how stupid it looks. Yeah, it looks more stupid than a dude in an actual rhino suit.
Yeah. There's just a fat dude in a gray
spandex
leotard.
and a horn.
Yeah. Like that would look fucking horrible.
You know, for you, James, people are, looking on the IMDb page. An actor put Herman Schultz down, and that's the AKA the Shocker, his like alter ego. So maybe the Shocker makes an appearance.
That would be cool. Are there any? Let me stare at this poster for. Oh, there's a bright light over here, and this taxi is blowing up. Clearly, the Shocker is the one who shot this taxi.
What's interesting about this poster, though, it does not say Amazing Spider-Man 2 on it. So I don't think it's going to be Amazing Spider-Man 2. It says something, the greatest battle awaits or something, or something like that.
But I mean, also, if you have a poster like that, you don't need to put Spider-Man on it.
No,
like,
I mean,
everyone looks at it and goes like, "Oh yeah, Spider-Man movie." But yeah, it could be that this is simply a promo poster from before they actually finalized that title, and that they haven't laid the title in. Though I don't even know where you put the title. Like on a poster like this, the only place to put the title is right over the date in the bottom right hand corner. Like you can't Amazing Spider-Man all over the people.
It looks cool.
So
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's definitely the movie I want to see the most next year because it's so secretive.
Yeah, they've done a good job.
Yeah,
especially for a non-Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I will say though that now that they are confirming that they're not confirming, but we're getting a good idea that there's definitely going to be some kind of goblin in this movie. Man, the movie may have too many villains in it.
No, I still think though, even if it's not Norman, I think it'd actually be pretty tragic if it was Harry.
Yeah.
And Harry's the one who kidnapped Gwen and wanted to hurt Peter by throwing Gwen off the bridge. I think it would actually work really well.
That'd be cool.
But we'll see. Doesn't matter right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you guys see that awesome video about how Magneto killed JFK?
Yeah, it's awesome.
That was pretty cool. If we get nothing else good out of the Days of Future Past, that was at least a fun little video.
Or the JFK assassination.
Well, yes, yeah. If nothing,
I guess 50
good
years.
Comes from
I guess 50 years is enough time to pass where you can.
I think they handle it tastefully.
Oh no, it's interesting. It's really interesting.
Yeah,
it's cool.
There's also word that Edgar Wright, speaking of World's End, is working with the guy who wrote Old Boy, which we saw this week, to write an actual scary movie, like not a comedy. Which I hope that's true. I think
he'd be
really good at that.
Because the part in Shaun of the Dead at the end is straight up horror.
Oh yeah. Well, and he's so kinetic that I think he would get a very different kind of horror movie.
Oh
yeah.
Did you guys watch the special features on The World's End yet?
No. I haven't bought it yet.
I haven't opened it.
I think I'm going to put it on my Christmas list, which is shitty because that means I won't see it for another month.
They talk about how they didn't go into any of those movies trying to make comedies. They wanted to make genre films. They just happened to be funny. And the only way that they could sell them well in England is to add an element of humor to them.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah, that had to be their angle. But they went in to make a serious horror zombie film, and they want to make an American action movie, but American action movie made by Brits doesn't work.
Yeah.
Without comedy. So
you're saying they're smarter than all of us?
Yes. 10 times more talented.
Well, yeah. Well,
yeah, and 10 times more smart.
Yeah.
I will say that
cool.
I used to work with a guy named Jimmy. He was my assistant, and now he's running a Qdoba. He called me
Good for him.
Tuesday and said, "Hey, me and my son watched all your stuff on YouTube, and it looks great. And his son wants to be in one of our episodes as a ninja who kicks our ass."
Oh, man.
So we'll find a way to get him in.
How old is his son that
11?
watching our
That might be
videos?
fun for the Cougar episode.
Yeah. So if
Would you
we
guys
can-
have to team up as hero and sidekick? You
yeah.
have to fight little ninja kid.
Yeah, that's why I thought it'd be funny like, if
would be
we we dress up, we're going to be badasses, and this little kid kicks our ass. And James, his name's James too.
Yeah.
Jimmy said that he can do whatever he wants because he says he doesn't care. So yeah, so now if we need a little kid to be in it,
How is he yelling swear words, Jimmy? Let us know.
Oh,
Yeah.
good, and he does backflips by standing in place, and he's really
He's a
What?
real ninja?
No, he's really talented. I'm not
Shit.
saying that because he's my friend's kid. I mean, when I used to run that Qdoba, and Jimmy would come in with Jimmy Jr., and they would walk in.
Yeah, he would.
And Jimmy Jr. would run up the stairs at my old Qdoba and do flips off of him. and he'd slide down the railings, and he's crazy.
What a badass kid.
Yeah.
That's cool. I would love to have him kick my ass.
So
Cool.
keep that in mind, guys.
All right, last piece of news. Scarlett Johansson will not. People have been talking about her performance in Her, the Spike Jonze movie, and saying that she's really good, and that like a lot of that movie sort of is on her shoulders. But she will not be eligible for a Golden Globe, which is interesting because it just sets precedent that like in order to win a Golden Globe for acting, you have to be seen in the movie, which is why she's ineligible. Which I don't know. I think that seems kind of silly, like because. They're never going to
So
make...
they can't give it for voiceover work or anything?
Right, that's what I'm going to say. Like they're never going to make a whole nother award for best voice work in a film and best voice work in or by an actor and actress. So why not just like, hey, if somebody is that good that they can carry a movie just with their voice, then why not just let that be a thing? And maybe she's not good. Maybe for the Golden Globes they're like, nah, it's good, but it's not good enough. But to actually go out there and be like, no, she's ineligible because we never see her pretty face. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, Scarlett. You've proven yourself. You don't need the Golden Globe. No one does.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Golden Globe. It's not the Oscar or the SAG award, which for all we know, she's still up for, theoretically.
They're all irrelevant. Anyway.
No, yeah.
They're not irrelevant.
But no, they're
People
not
work
irrelevant
really
to the
hard
people who
for
win
them.
for them. Yeah. Like to give somebody an award for doing a really good job.
Hey, say that to the lady who won a costume designer for the Queen. You're like, ew, that's irrelevant. But I worked for 100 hours on one dress. Yeah, fuck you. It doesn't matter. Just broke her heart, Brad. Just broke her heart.
The reward of continued work and adoration from people should be enough. You don't need a material
and I
statue.
especially disagree with you where like the SAG awards are concerned, because that's an award given by that person's peer for that person's.
Well, next time
work.
we win Open Screen Night, I don't want your ass up there. I'm going to accept the award. I'm going to say this is not for Brad because he doesn't believe in it.
I told you to go up this
be
month and you didn't.
Yeah, well,
You
because we didn't win.
You should stand up there and be like, you know what? I have a message for you guys from Brad, and then just tear it in half and be like, fight the real enemy, and walk away.
I agree
Should
that
be
within
honor.
the confines of the actors, if they want to recognize themselves and it means something to them, that's fine. But I mean, like when people are like, I want to win the Oscar on the national stage. Okay.
Yeah. I think there's a difference between like who the winner is and all the politics behind that shit, and then like saying, when you say something like this, you're really kind of going like, well, but you only voice acted in that, and so you're just of a lower quality. It's
Yeah,
just,
that's stupid.
I don't know. I mean, yes, the Oscars
Oh, fuck, Brad.
are not that important.
What?
Get out of here. I don't want you
anyway.
to be on the show anymore.
That's
You get out of here.
Except to edit it. We saw Old Boy this week.
We did.
Brad, should people go see Old Boy?
I've
Or should they just stick with the original?
seen the original. I don't remember it very well, but when you're doing when you're repurposing someone else's work, I think you need to bring something new to the table, and Spike Lee does, I guess, but not in a drastic way. So I wasn't impressed.
James?
I think this movie is interesting and well made and much. I liked it more than the original, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's in English. But when this movie is over, as impressive as the piece of revenge is, I end up just walking away saying like, so what? I don't know what the point of this story is. So I can't recommend that people watch it. No.
I thought it was boring. I mean, it didn't really, even, you're saying it looked great. I don't think it looked that good. It was really grainy. And the fight scenes for an R-rated movie didn't have too much oomph in them. I mean, it was cool when it was one continuous shot where he was beating a bunch of guys, and then he slid down a pole, and then he beat a bunch of other guys. But why all of a sudden was he beating up all those guys? Because it was a weird edit there.
And you haven't seen the original, right, Ryan?
No.
So if you're a fan of the original and you're coming to this movie because you want to see the hammer fight, it's nowhere near as cool as it is in the original. Like the original, the only thing I really take away from the original is like, oh yeah, the hammer fight is really cool. And in this case, it's like, oh yeah, this is you trying to do the hammer fight, but.
And here's a trailer for the movie. Does one exist? I've never seen one for it.
Yeah, there are trailers.
Fuck is the phone? Tell me why I'm in here. Look at me. No.
Get that heart rate. The body of Donna Hawthorne was discovered. The prime suspect, Joseph Doucette, the victim's former husband and father of the surviving child.
Don't ever leave me.
Your father's been missing for 20 years. If I could somehow bring him here, do you think you could forgive him?
I could try.
What happened to him?
He showed up last night.
I need your help, Chucky.
I haven't seen the guy in like 20 years.
Who are you?
If you were trying to find your daughter and clear your name, I could help you.
If you would like to see your daughter alive again, answer 2 questions. 1, why did I imprison you for 20 years? And 2, why did I let you go?
I don't want you to go.
I don't have a choice. And whoever you are, I will find you.
I only run this place, all right? Shit, you might want to think about what you're doing here.
I've been thinking about it for the last 20 years.
So, I mean, the story is this guy's a piece of shit, and this piece of shit gets thrown in a piece of shit place for 20 fucking years, and then he gets so mad that... I'm just kidding.
I think Josh Brolin is really good.
Really
by the way.
Oh, no, Josh Brolin's
I think Josh
good in it.
Brolin, like, especially in that first 5 or 10 minutes, I was like, fuck yeah, Josh Brolin. Like, this is... Man, he is really bringing it. But I don't like that character.
Well, you're not... I don't think you're supposed to.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a piece of shit.
I don't like anybody in this movie. And
No, you're not supposed to like him, but Charlotte
Charlton Copley.
Copley is pretty good at it. I mean,
Oh yeah, he's
creepy.
weird. Yeah, I don't like him.
No, you're not
Like,
supposed to.
And I don't understand. Like, I don't side with him in such a way that with a revenge movie, I feel like whoever is getting revenge, I should side with that person for some reason and be like, okay, like I don't agree with revenge like in my life, but there is that sort of wish fulfillment thing in film that you sort of want to side with whoever is getting revenge and because they're doing the thing you always want to do. But I don't understand his revenge. I don't know what it is he's trying to accomplish or
I can't fuck my dad anymore, thanks.
yeah. And that is different from the original movie. Like the original movie,
Yeah, I don't remember that.
like it is really just like he's mean to this girl and like sort of steals her away and breaks her heart or something like that. Like it's a
So is it incest in the original movie?
Yeah.
the incest with his daughter is in the original movie. But as far as like the Charlton Copley character, I don't believe there's any incest thing in that. Like
I don't remember
the
his
sexual
motivation.
aspect of that, which I do think is better. I think that in the original movie, the "I made you fuck your daughter" is so fucking pointless and doesn't. It's like why? Whereas here, at least there is this thread of like, I made you do this
Haha,
because
got
this is
you.
because I am fucked up in my head and this is how I grew up. Like, I think it's an improvement on the story, but the story is still pointless.
Yeah, there's just some weird inconsistencies in the movie. I think you're right. Josh Brolin's really good. I like Elizabeth Olsen. She has great boobs, and you see him a lot in this movie. But I mean, how did what was his Aiden? What is it? Copley's character's name?
Pierce. Aiden Pierce, I think.
Yeah, how did he have a camera in the one hotel room that he knew that they would go into and have it set up so he can watch them fuck, and then he knew he could have his revenge
He's
on
got a
them?
lot of money. He can set up the most powerful spy network ever created.
But you still have to have them go to that one hotel, stay in that one room.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he put them in all the rooms in that hotel, hoping that they would stay in that hotel. I mean,
Or you pay the person at the front desk to give them that room. But yeah, you just have to make sure they get in that hotel.
While they're breaking
Yeah.
into that one school, like someone apparently came by and dropped off a tongue in their car. Like they're just around all the time.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I just thought it was boring. I mean,
Yeah, I was really bored with especially the very first hour, I think.
Oh, yeah?
I just did not pick up, and I mean, it's nothing to do with the actors. I think the actors are pretty good in it, but then they had really corny lines sometimes, and it was a little clunky.
I don't think I was ever bored, but maybe that's two things. I think the performances are really good, and so I was interested in that. And then I think I was driven on by sort of hoping that they were going to change the ending in a way that was really going to impact that story. Because I think I was interested in it, but it still has that same fucking ending where I'm just, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's certainly not the piece of shit that Miracle at St. Anna is. So good for you, Spike Lee.
well, I don't know. Again, too, I mean, I'm not a Spike Lee fan, but you'd expect him to bring something to it. Brad said it earlier. You know, if you're going to remake a movie or you're going to do something different, they should bring something to it. And to me, it's just it says
something special. Yeah. Obviously, it is different.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like I would put this camera here and I'm going to shoot. I'm not going to do anything cool. I'm not going to push. I mean, I guess the daddy fucking is pushing the envelope, but
that's in the original story.
Yeah,
no, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But the like I sort of think that the standard or the pinnacle of remaking a foreign film as an American movie for me is Let Me In and Let the Right One In.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I think that's a movie where Matt Reeves really brings something new to that movie, and it's in the atmosphere and it's in the way that he sort of changes the time period and all that stuff. And yeah, there's not much different to this.
Probably the most interesting thing was for me was the hammer fight, only because it was like minimalist.
Yeah, by comparison to the original.
I wouldn't say it's good, but it's just like it was interesting that wow, you didn't try to do cuts. You just set the camera, had it slide across the screen, and had people fight with foam objects.
Yeah. But the choreography, I think, is a little bit obvious sometimes. Like, there's a guy on the edge that just keeps, like, almost swinging at him, and you're just like, what? Like, that guy is clearly just trying to look like he's still moving, even though it's not his beat yet. Which that was disappointing. Especially by comparing, I hate to go back to this, but, like, in the original Ryan, it sort of pans way back, and you just have this really wide banner with big black bars on the top and bottom, so it looks like this big long hallway, and it's very like contrast. So the hallway is like blue or red or something like that, and you're really just seeing like the shadows or the silhouettes a lot. And it's just stylistically cool, and the choreography is neat.
And I think too, I don't think
it just doesn't have that style.
This sounds horrible, but I don't think Spike Lee is good at directing violence. It seems really weird.
Well, has he ever done anything like this? Like,
I don't think it's something like he would want to do.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know what his motivations behind making this movie were. It kind of seems like he did it for a paycheck, and because again, when someone like Edgar Wright, when he shoots violence, looks really cool, and he moves his camera, he puts his cameras in the right place. But here, you're having CGI blood, and it just...
Oh, was it? I didn't notice that.
Oh, yeah, when he hits that dude in the top of the head with a hammer.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I noticed the guy's head going off, and that was very obviously CG and not very good, but...
And it's just really odd, I mean, too, when they're revealing that there's that murder-suicide... If my dad walked into a room and he had a gun pointing at me, I wouldn't start taking off my pants.
Yeah, right.
And he wasn't like concealing the gun. He literally had it pointed out. He's like, "Father!" And he starts.
That kid's screwed up, but his life was the most bizarre one, where she comes down the stairs and just stands there.
Yeah, at first I was like, "Oh, she's in on it." What's
There's just something wrong with this. It was boring. I don't know. I just like I said, Brolin's good in it. Olsen's good in it.
Copley is good in it.
But then too, that stupid doctor where he says, "Don't you hurt her," and then he walks away. Like those lines were corny at that point.
It's to force the idea that she's messed up because they can't get to it like in a scene or something.
It almost seems too. Maybe the movie is supposed to be longer.
She also had a rush thing where like initially he finds that umbrella with that one guy, and she's like, she comes to the scene to like, "Hey, knock it off," and then like within a couple lines, she's like on his side. She really wants to help him, even though he's done nothing to like. Yeah,
to me, he seems like he's a creepazoid.
Yeah. Like there's no reason for her to like him.
Yeah, and it would have
And
been,
yet she-
it would have been far more interesting
And
if
back
like
to the-
he'd walked away and she was really pissed at him, and then just because he had her card, like then Chucky calls her, and that's how she gets won over again. That
And
would
the
have been more
revenge thing too.
interesting.
You're putting a lot to chance. That he's going to run into this girl. That he's going to call this girl for help. That Chucky's going to call him. He's going to be able to erase his messages. That the doctor's going to help him. That this is going to happen. That this is going to happen.
Yeah.
It just seems.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just, I don't know.
And that's the same problems that the original has, where I watched it and I was like, what? I'm supposed to believe this, and I don't know why I'm supposed to give you that suspension of disbelief. Like I don't think they earned that.
That's what I mean. Because it was boring, but I was getting to it when he's stuck inside the hotel room and he's that's kind of interesting and. But then it doesn't make any sense because so much would have to go right it's like your Terminator 3 thing. It just doesn't make sense to me.
He spends all the time carving out the tiles in the shower, and then he goes out, like finds the tunnel to the outside, kicks out the vents or whatever, and then he comes back in, sits around for a little while for the guys to watch him.
I didn't understand what was going on.
And so instead of escaping, he just gets caught again and then released.
And they let him out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I said, it seems like this movie, maybe lots of stuff was taken out of it because it was really edited weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, when they jump to the hammer fight, it's the most bizarre cut. Like, it goes from,
him running away on an elevator, and then all of a sudden
and then it's just like, boom, we're starting this long shot of the hammer fight. Are you on? Are you with us? And I was like, what? You're not going to lead into this at all? Yeah, man. It's just weird.
It was weird.
Now, I'll give him this, that where, like, especially when it started and, like, the bellhop in the picture is black, and the first person you see him give his food through the door was black, and I was like, oh no, are you going to turn this into like a, black people are torturing white people for all the horrible things that white people do to black people? Like, I was really afraid that that's where Spike Lee's clear bias was going to come in, and I don't think it's in this movie. I really don't. I think he does a really good job of culling that.
Can't be. It's not his material.
Yeah, well, no, he absolutely could make the story one about racism. Like, he could have changed the ending to be like, hey, no, I did this to you because you were a racist to me when you were a kid, and that he could have done that, and he didn't, and I at least will give him that where I think he often will shoehorn in his own agenda into stories that can't support.
Well, his
that
best
kind of
movie,
weight.
I think, is Inside Man.
Yeah,
because
where there's only one scene that does that. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We'll see.
I'm still glad I saw it because I was interested.
I mean, because I like seeing Elizabeth Olsen naked. So,
oh man, she's good.
It's still kind of weird though too that Josh Brolin is 55 and how old is Elizabeth Olsen? 22, 23.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
She's.
I guess if you're locked up for 20 years, the first time you're gonna have sex, I guess.
Hey, she's clearly got daddy issues.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
No.
Cool.
So
next week we're seeing Inside Llewyn Davis.
Yes.
So we have to see movies James wanted to see back-to-back weeks.
I'm sorry.
I know. I wanted to see Frozen this week, and we're like, oh, go see Old Boy. It's going to be great.
What else is coming out next week?
I never said it was going to be great.
I think that's it, actually. Well, there's another movie, but I think
maybe Mandela is in limited release next week.
But I think Inside Llewyn Davis is...
It's a Coen Brothers movie. Can we really skip on a Coen Brothers movie?
I am not their biggest fan, but...
Yeah, but you're the worst.
He's just discounting all your opinions, Brad.
I think Out of the Furnace looks like it has a release
Out
next
of the
week,
Furnace,
but I don't know if that's... I don't know how wide that is, or... yeah, it really is Out of the Furnace or Inside Llewyn Davis. And for all I know, Inside Llewyn Davis might be a limited release, so...
I don't think
so.
I
don't think
it's already been limited, I think.
Yeah.
So.
I think it'll be good. I'll tell you this, Ryan. I know you're not crazy excited about it, but I did see an actual
folk movie music.
I did actually see a clip from the movie, and it was really funny. It's because the trailer.
I like the Coen Brothers.
Yeah, and the trailer I think looks very dry and serious, but I think this is going to have a lot of that true grit kind of subtle comedy in it, which will be good. So
it'll be fun.
Yeah,
I'll see it. Whatever.
Good.
There's worse things to see.
Yeah, like Old Boy.
Did you see Anchorman got bumped up by 2 days?
It did?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Maybe.
I also read an interview with Adam McKay, the first cut he turned in was 4.5 hours long.
Yeah, well, and they literally are going to release a second version of the movie where every joke, the meat of the movie will be the same, but every joke line will be a different version of that line because they recorded so much. Oh, I don't know if they're going to release that in theaters, but they are cutting it.
Well, here, this Paramount, I'll see it again. I'll pay money for it.
And when it comes out on DVD, I'll be sitting there going like, which version do I want to watch this time?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I'll get that much more mileage out of it.
You know, Blu-rays are pretty. They're pretty crazy. They could program it to like just randomly do different versions of scenes, like not different versions of every joke,
branch into different.
Like just cut two movies together. You know, Clue style. Oh, that'd be badass, man.
I always wondered why no one's done like a Choose Your Own Adventure DVD. Like you could just pause the movie and then like press A if you want to
have sex with your daughter,
or press B if Brick. Bashes himself on the head with a fish.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Till next week. Bye.
Bye.
Visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com. You can tweet us at real_nerds. You can email us even, realnerds@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. Hey, stream us on Stitcher. You want to call us? 720-6nerds5. And download us on iTunes. Just search Real Nerds. Thank you, Joe Kempter, for the wonderful voiceover. And also Spark Mandrill for the wonderful late-night jazz smooth sounds of movies. You can find him on SoundCloud. This has been a Nebulous Visions production.